We're proceeding on the assault of a family member case under cause number 2510200, Your Honor. And the state, upon completion of the plea, will dismiss cause number 2510615.
Good morning, Mr. Moses.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Shh. Why does this keep happening? This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, but it's the 6th time you've picked up a kind of case where it's a violent case. Actually, 7. It keeps happening. Why? Why so much anger? Do you take any medication?
Yes, sir.
Do you stop taking the medication?
No, sir.
How do you get your medication when you're out there in the free world? When you picked up these 2 cases, had you stopped taking the medication?
No, sir.
You were still taking it?
I actually finished though.
Meaning, so you finished, you didn't have any more.
Still gonna pick it up.
We had him TRAS. TRAS said mental health caseload, or what did they say? And that's what we're doing, right? Okay. What are the other alternatives that we have? What about paying for IOP and all that? I mean, how do we make sure that he qualifies? Because I don't, Mr. Moses, do you work when you go out? When you're out of jail, do you work?
Yeah.
Who do you live
Sorry,
with?
no, yes, sir. You want?
It's okay, Mr. D. Who do you live with? And when you leave here now, are you going to be able to stay with mom?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that before you were in jail, who were you living with? One of the things that you're going to have to do is an intensive outpatient treatment. The problem is
$600 for outpatient treatment. That's the price of freedom. But here's the irony. If Moses can't pay, the state might spend thousands to jail him later. This is the brutal math of the justice system. And watch how the judge flips the script. We want this to work, but you have to want it. Mic drop.
that it's expensive. It's not cheap. It's around $500 to $600 to do that. And I don't know if that's something that you have to be able to pay for. If not, I want to try to get you to, I want to see if we can pay for it. How do we?
I'll do an indigency form with him, and he'll be placed on the wait list if he qualifies. He's on probation, or he'll be on probation. So he'll be fine.
If this fails, what else do we have at our disposal? So I want you to understand, Mr. Moses, that we want this to work for you, but you also have to want it to work. If you do something to violate this agreement, you don't do your treatment, you don't stay up on your probation, if you just leave, one of the options is putting you in a residential facility. Do you understand what that means? That means that you will be in, it's not in the actual jail, it's at another facility, right? It's at a lockdown facility that you will not be able to leave, and then you'll be getting treatment. We are trying to do it this way so that you can try to do this while you're out there in the free world doing this by yourself. But if you're not able to, we're going to have to take other measures. Can you get this done?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what's required for you to successfully finish?
Yes, sir.
What do you have to do? Yes. What programs do you have to do? Do you know? You have to do anger management class, right?
Thinking for a change.
Okay, so you have to do a thinking for a change, which is a class where you teaches you how to think when you're in a bad situation. You also have to do outpatient treatment so that we know that you're actually speaking to people, working through any kind of anger issues that you may have.
Yes, sir. And substance abuse.
And substance abuse. No drugs, no alcohol. You cannot use any illegal drugs, including marijuana. No marijuana, no illegal drugs, and no alcohol. They're going to test you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you complete this successfully, you do not end up with a conviction. But you need to understand that there's still, it is straight.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I thought it was a deferred.
Because he had the state jail conviction up in felony court and the numerous of cases that he had that were assaultive in nature, that they were not willing to offer him
Okay.
different.
This assault, it's going on your record. There's what's called an affirmative finding of family violence. If you pick up another case like this, you will be facing
Affirmative finding of family violence equals game over for gun rights. One more strike, third-degree felony, 2 to 10 years. But here's what's wild. Moses's meds ran out before these arrests. Should pharmacies flag gaps in mental health scripts? Vote in the poll.
third-degree felony. Minimum 2 years in a prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison if you ever pick up another assault like this again. Do you understand? That's years in prison, not days like you are here. Years. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, so no guns, no ammunitions as well. I'm sorry, it's no weapons, right?
Yes.
No weapons. Weapons is a very loose term. If you have any questions about what a weapon is, you have to talk to a lawyer, but be very, very careful. You understand? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you cannot change your mind. You must complete this, and it's a 2-year probation. You understand? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 1 year in jail. However, I will probate that for 2 years. You've already done the TRAS, so we don't need to do that, but intensive outpatient treatment, thinking for a change, and the mental health caseload. If you ever have a problem, come back to us here. We can help you if you come here. But if you just leave and don't do anything, that's the worst thing that can happen. Don't leave. Come back. Good things will happen if you come back. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Give me questions.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Mr. Moses. I hope that you can make it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No. Just ban it. Yes, hold on, Mr. D, I forgot something. Hold on. I forgot. Hey, I don't think he's gonna have anything to pay for anything, so we need, we gotta get him. Okay. I have to have you sign one more document that you need to understand, Mr. Moses, that you are now ineligible, meaning that you cannot have a firearm or ammunition. I'm going to read this to you so you understand this, okay? A firearm means any device designated, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using an energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. If you now possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about how long you will be ineligible, you must talk to a lawyer, and they should be able to contact you and consult you about that. I need you to sign this so you understand that you cannot have any more weapons, okay? Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. D.
I believe he's pleading on the newer one, and the older one's being dismissed, if I'm not mistaken, on the cause numbers.
That's correct. The newer one, we're pleading.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Curry. How are you? How come you don't show up?
I'm not from here. I wasn't able to get here in time. I didn't know my way around good enough. I had lost my phone. I didn't have transportation.
Where are you from?
Mississippi.
Does he have a significant criminal history?
Does he have what?
Significant criminal history or kind of?
I haven't. There is out of state. I don't know what you would call significant, Your Honor. I would call it medium.
Curry, if you keep, when you show up to court, things happen. When you don't show up to court, you got to also understand that when you keep When you keep picking up theft cases, Mr. Curry, when you keep picking up theft cases, they're going to hit you with a felony because they can use this to enhance your punishment to a felony, and then you're looking at years instead of days. What did I just say? Good. That's right. I just want to make sure that you're understanding. Don't pick up any more because you could be looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
These are his only Texas charges, yeah. So, you know.
You can use your out of state to and still enhance it. You understand, Mr. Curry? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you cannot change this or undo this. You understand? How do you plead to the offense of theft? Guilty or not guilty? Are you guilty of this thing? All right. I'll find you guilty. I'll send you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 3 that you've done. Just be careful. Don't pick any more up. You understand?
I'll ask him a question real quick, Your Honor. Okay, you understand these are the target cases, yeah? Okay, that we talked about. Pleading guilty to one and they're dismissing the other one as part of the plea bargain. You understand that? Okay.
Greg, are they both at target?
Yes,
Mr. Curry,
but I want to make sure he understands what he's pleading to, Your Honor, because with the hesitation there, okay? Theft is, taking the property from Target, passing all points of sale, okay? And so if you did that and you want to plead guilty today, we can proceed this. If you didn't do this, like I told you in the back, and you're innocent of these, I do not want you doing this today, okay? So again, when judge asked you, are you guilty or not guilty, how do you plead to that? Tell judge.
I want to tell you one more thing, Mr. Curry. When people pick up cases at certain locations, they put your picture on a wall so that every time you come in there, they might be looking. And if you go to the same place, they're going to know who you are. So as soon as you get there, they're going to have eyes all over you the whole time, and they're going to be looking at you. If you go back to this target, they're going to have eyes on you the whole time. Do you understand? So probably be good, but just don't go back to the target here. You understand? Are you sure you want to still do this? Are you guilty of the offense? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Curry, good luck, man.
All right, come on this way.
Apellido? Macedo.
14, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Don't go back to Target. Understatement of the century. Retail theft rings share facial recognition databases, and Curry's face is now on their wall of shame. But here's the real talk. If he's enhanced to a felony, those 3 days could become 3 years. Guess who's shopping online now?
Mr. Macedo, you're charged with failure to identify oneself, giving false or fictitious information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
All right, may I just get a cause number for that real quick?
It's 2533-067.
On October 8th, 2024, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle fail to stop at a stop sign. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated he did not have a driver's license, ID, or passport. The defendant wrote Jesus Gutierrez, date of birth October 2nd, 1977, on a notepad provided by the officer. There was no TCIC return for the name. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle to have a different VIN from that on TCIC, and the defendant consented to a search of the motor vehicle. The officer found a Venezuelan passport with the defendant's photograph and the name Jairo Jose Macedo Barcenas, date of birth January 11th, 1976. The defendant stated he lied about the name to the officer and used a fake name because he was afraid and had never been stopped by officers while in the country.
Macedo Barcenas,
Your Honor, maybe I'll have to go to the civil front.
Yeah, go. Thanks, Luis.
Hola, buenos días, me llamo Luis Militar. Disculpe la interrupción, mi colega se tiene que ir a un juicio. Acérquese aquí, por favor. Solo que después y conteste nada más en español.
Marcelo Barcenas, I'm going to find that there is probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a United States citizen?
¿Qué? What? Solo
Are
mire-
you a
mire-
United States citizen?
¿Ciudadano estadounidense?
No.
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission? I'm going to give you a warning now that if you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you. You will remain in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration, and you will sit in immigration custody until they do whatever they're going to do to you. That usually is a process that'll take about 6 to 9 months. If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that I put on you now. Because if you do, you could be spending a lot of time in custody. You do not have a Texas driver license, so you are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. The other condition I'm putting now is not to get in trouble or violate any laws. You were I don't know if you went to jail, but from now on, you will not be given any more PR bonds. So your bonds will be sufficiently high that you're going to spend some time there. And if you're unlucky enough, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will get no further warnings. Do you understand?
Sí, señor. Tiene que hablar. Sí, señor o no, señor. Yes, sir.
No driving whatsoever.
Manejo para nada. No puede manejar.
Okay. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. First, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria, where we will have you sign a reset, and we're going to get you out of here. These are the only conditions I'm putting on you now. Don't drive and don't get in trouble. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. You pick up another case, you violate conditions. Next time, it'll be double, triple, maybe quadruple, depending on what happens. I'm not asking much from you. I'm asking you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and obey the law. And if you become a danger to society, there's only one place. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not asking you to split the atom here. Just be nice. It's not hard. So bond condition this is Ochoa Lacan.
Yes, Judge.
I'm letting pre-con know. So, he's in the jail docket? Yes, page 29, guys. No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. Alex, can you run his license to see if it's eligible or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Whatever happened with the investigation that they were doing, do you know? With the interference?
I checked them. They didn't file anything. Nothing new has been filed.
Alex, do we know anything about the investigation? Do we know any other further charges that are potentially going to be filed?
I don't see anything about the sexual assault investigation, so,
Okay.
and also his license is, I apologize, just closed out, not eligible.
I'm ordering you now not to drive. Your license has been suspended, probably due to the administrative license revocation hearing. So I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, Mr. Ochoa Lacan. You're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? We had them check in the system now with DPS to see if it's eligible or not eligible, and it is not eligible.
And Your Honor, you are correct, it's the ALR suspension.
Do you understand? So if you drove here, you may not drive home. You've got to find someone else. Do you understand? You violate these conditions. Like I said, you're going to be signing an affidavit. This is a promise you're making to me not to drive. And I'm telling you, there's no better way to see me really get upset than to drive when there's a no driving affidavit. Do you understand? It is your responsibility to get with DPS to try to figure out how to get your license back. And if you do, and you get liability insurance, I'll take this off. But until that point, don't drive. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with pre-chop for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay?
Judge, if I may, he is here this morning on the DWI. The interfering is set for Friday. Is there any way we can handle both of those today?
You have to come multiple days.
Okay. Come back on
Kidding,
Friday.
of course.
I was like, Thank you, Judge. So
Yes.
are there gonna be different conditions for that or the same
No,
conditions?
it'll be all in one. That's why I was in the interference, I was wanting to see if there's a complaining witness to forbid him to have contact with, but it looks like the interference is just with an officer, so I'm not gonna put any conditions on that one. Everything, it just rides on the DWI. So you know what's expected of you. You're skirting thin ice. Be careful. That ice breaks, okay? That way.
Thanks, sir.
Take care.
Just